What's cracking, guys? It's Slate D-Bigs for AnimeMCS, and today's video I'm going to be discussing Chainsaw Man Chapter 67, some of the new information we got about Makima, and a little bit more into Quan Chi. A large portion of this chapter was the fighting between the Doll Devil. I don't know whether to call it the Doll Devil. Is it Santa Claus still? Is it Toka's master? It's in Toka's master's body, but it's all transformed with 10 arms, and it's got all these freaking heads for legs, and I don't know what the hell is going on with that thing. But anyway, the Doll Devil, whatever you're gonna call it, is fighting Denji for the bulk of the chapter, and that's actually the least interesting part about the chapter. It's a lot of comedy. Whenever you get Denji involved in stuff and he's in scenes for too long, it's comedic. That's just his personality. He's funny, he's brash, he doesn't give a shit. He's self-serving, as he should be. Fuck the world. I got the chainsaw heart. You want a piece of my heart, ladies? All y'all want is the chainsaw heart. No one cares about Denji's heart. So Denji is having his own personal struggle against the Doll Devil. He is slicing and dicing, you know? He's out there cutting arms off, cutting the legs in half, but they're growing back. They're regenerating so fast. He can't keep up with it. He, right now, doesn't have the destructive power to take this thing down. I know that for damn sure. So the Doll Devil's kind of just messing with him and sending dolls after him. They piled all over him. He got saved by someone I'm going to talk about later on. So more and more dolls are running at Denji. And it says, let's see how you handle these dolls. Can you defeat them? She turns their consciousness back on. Now, I don't know if they're feeling the pain, because some of them have missing limbs. Their arms have transformed into blades. I'm sure that can't feel the best. They have holes in their heads. Like, they're not addressing that, but they're saying, my body's moving on its own. Oh, what's going on? And Denji's like, oh, man, are you kidding? This is some super evil villain shit. But really, honestly, if you ask me, I think it'd be a little bit out of character if Denji didn't just slice and dice him. If you're gonna think about it logically, they're transformed. They're already completely under the Doll Devil's influence. I don't think there's any way that they could turn back into regular humans and live a life. Like, bro, it's like a zombie. It's like not killing zombies because there were people at one time, man. No. Denji's gonna cut him up. He's gonna slice and dice, and he's probably gonna get fucked up a lot. But he has amazing regeneration ability as well. Apparently all the hybrids do, because we find out one of the characters we've been introduced to already is a hybrid herself. The new hybrid we're introduced to. I don't know if it's like a spear devil or the arrow devil, and some of the arrowheads are so damn big they look like a freaking spear, but Quan Chi resurrects this chapter, and we get to see some more action from her. So when Quan Chi was introduced, it was all hype. She's bad news. She's like the strongest fighter, and we also find out that she happens to be the first devil hunter. She is touted as the very first devil hunter anyway. So whatever ridiculous power she has that comes from being a hybrid, maybe her body doesn't age because she's a hybrid. I'm not sure if that's how it works. We wouldn't have seen the effect of it on Denji yet, because I honestly couldn't tell you how much time has passed since the series started in this world, but it can't be more than like a year. That's just what I would guess. But anyway, how Quan Chi resurrects is interesting. You know, she got sliced and diced by the Darkness Devil. She got pieced up. She turned into a 20-piece, a 10-piece, I don't know. One of her fiend companions, the one that's all stitched up, picks up her decapitated head while Denji is being piled on by a bunch of dolls. And her hand is like under her sleeve. So at first I thought she had like the knife or like arrowhead in her sleeve, and she pulls up Quan Chi's eye patch and sticks her hand in there. What I actually think happened is in there is like the grip of the knife, and you pull it out and she transforms. Kind of like Reze's pin in her neck or Denji's ripcord. There's some kind of physical activation to this transformation. So Quan Chi's entire body reforms naked, as Quan Chi is usually depicted in the manga so far. And she's got these spikes everywhere, dude. She looks sick. I wish I could show a panel, for real. But they be striking my channel down. But anyway, Quan Chi pieces up a bunch of dolls. She's shooting arrows everywhere. She's fucking up the doll devil a bit, but like, even with all the damage that Quan Chi is doing to this devil, immediately the body's fixed. I mean, it's insane. So Quan Chi's doing her super speed thing. Either that or she has a cloak. I don't see why it would all of a sudden be a cloak, because the doll devil describes it as, how do you fight an invisible enemy? I think Quan Chi is just moving so damn fast you can't perceive it with your vision. So the stuff that's going on with Quan Chi and Denji fighting against the doll devil is cool. That's pretty neat. We didn't get to see Makima throwing down. It looks like Quan Chi is going to be taking it from here. That's fine. Sometime we will get to learn more and more about Makima and see her in a full fight. But for now, I'll just take whatever information third hand that characters want to sit around and discuss with each other. Because in this chapter, it starts out with Yoshida, one of Denji's bodyguards, and Kishibe sitting down and having a conversation about everyone's ulterior motives. Makima truly isn't prioritizing Denji's safety ultimately, and everyone else that's involved in that fight up there that they're watching all have ulterior motives. So they are chilling back, having this conversation that Kishibe finds to be pretty dangerous because Makima could be listening, and we find out that it's not mind reading. She doesn't just have super hearing like Piccolo. She actually borrows the hearing from lower life forms, and they specifically say birds and rats. It probably applies to bugs and, you know, other smaller life forms as well. I'd assume it's not only birds and rats. But damn, dude, that's insane. Makima displays a huge array of just insane powers. And that's probably my most anticipated thing reading this manga, is like, I want to learn more about Makima. I'm really interested in her as a character. I just wish we would get a little more sprinkles in, like sprinkles of information, I mean. Because she's ominous. There's something that feels off and dangerous about her. I can't quite put my finger on it because we don't know what her motives are. Like, even if we get a scene to herself where she's thinking like, like, that would be fine. Just let me know. What does she want? Are her motives, in the end, are they going to end up being like good and for the well-being of the earth? Or what? Because the rest of the world seems pretty on edge because Makima has the chainsaw. Whatever significance that holds to the devils and to hell respectively, because we know that a lot of the fiends that Angel had talked to describe that they don't remember anything while they were conscious in hell. The last thing they remember is the chainsaw engine revving, and then they wake up on Earth. What does it mean? We still have a lot of questions that are yet to be answered, but at least we got a little sprinkle of good information in this chapter. I really enjoyed that. Please just give me more Makima stuff. That would be fucking awesome. Really enjoyed this chapter though. It's good shit. Chainsaw Man has been popping off these recent chapters. Anyway, that's all I got for this video. Thank you for watching it. I greatly appreciate it. I would appreciate it even more if you subscribe to the channel, because the Chainsaw Man content isn't going anywhere. I also review other stuff, so you can be on the lookout for that. I got a podcast that I do with the other half of AnimeMCS, Abyss, and he hasn't made a video yet because he's a fucking bum. Podcast is fun. I enjoy doing it. If you wanted to check that out, that would be dope. Again, it's MCS Anime Podcast. I'll link it in the description. Peace out, y'all.